Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are, a product review for LetPot. Remember I did the review for it's like the hydroponic growing thing with the grow light and everything, where I grew some herbs. It's such a cool product. But they contacted me and asked me if I would review the LetPot automatic watering system. I'm excited about this because we're going to be out of town, like literally out of state for a few months. And so our son is going to stay here. He's in charge of taking care of the plants, but if this can make it easier on him and a little bit more peace of mind for me, I'm going to love it. So this is an automatic watering system for your house plants. Such a cool thing. So, and I have some orchids, and so I'm excited about being able to just, they're kind of funny about watering. You know, you don't want to water them every day. You don't want to overwater them. You don't want to underwater them. So this is going to be so cool. So I got this out of the box, but I want to open it up and let's see what's inside. Okay. And the cool thing about this is there is an app, a LetPot app, that you can manage things. It's got a little QR code. You can manage things regarding like your hydroponic growing system and even these houseplant, the watering systems from your app, which is so cool. So that's going to be nice. And then here's a user manual. Pretty basic setup. You're going to have a water reservoir. It's going to go into the little automatic thing, and then it's going to come out, little backflow valve there, and it can go into multiple plants, and you can set it, each plant, differently. And then there's all these things with it, and there's your instructions. Oh, these are the little stakes that will go down in the plant to hold the tubing. Lots of tubing. You could do a whole bunch. Boy, look at all the little attachments. You could do a whole bunch of plants with this. And then these are, it looks like little adjustable drippers. So these you can adjust to drip a lot or drip a little. And here's your little filter. Oh, and here's a clamp, because this way you can clamp it to something if you need to. Say you've got a shelving unit that you got a lot of plants on while maybe your vegetable starts and things. You can just use this to clamp this on, and there's looks like a backflow valve. I'm sure this is the plug-in. Yep, this is the plug-in. And then here looks like the brains of the system. Now I moved all of my orchids into the same area. They're just on a little, like a trunk kind of a thing. Oh, I can't get this out. That is in our living room, and I put those in there. Come on, I want to get that out without tearing the box. There we are. Okay. And so here is the main unit. It's got little feet on it to stand. And then I think you can hook this little clamp on there in order to clamp it to something. And this is the watering D2. And I am excited. This is probably where your water is going to come in and go out. But I'm going to go set this up with my orchids, and I'll show you the finished setup. I'm excited because our son will only have to just make sure the main container of water stays full, and all my plants will get the right amount of growing water to come into them. So I'm excited. So let's go set it up, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay guys, I've got everything set up with my 3 little orchids, and I'm going to bring you down and show you how the setup goes, because it's super simple and it's super cool. So I have this old trunk in my living room, and I just like the plants to sit here because it's right in front of the window, and this window faces west, and they just love that. So first of all, I was able to use the little pump right here in the window, which is super cool. And then down here I just need to show you how the water distributes. So you can use anything. I use this super cute little, it's like a chicken watering thing. And in there goes there's like a filter, and it goes on the tubing. Goes down in there, and that's filled with water. And so that goes down there, and that's going to pull the water up, and I just have to keep that filled. So now I'll show you how it's all set up for my orchids. So let me bring you over here. A thing I really love about this is that with this setup, I can set my orchids. They're not plants that I like to move around a lot and stuff, because when I find a place that is perfect for them, I like to set them up and leave them. And that's what this is going to enable me to do. So basically, there's a tube that comes out of the watering pot, and this plugs in, and it goes right in here. Then there's another tube that comes out right here, and it comes to these two little white things, and those are like backflow so that it doesn't go back into this little pump. And then I'm going to show you how it comes out. I've got to move you around a little bit. Okay, so if you can see, it's going to come out of the pump, and then it comes up. I'll just move this a little bit. And you've got little T attachments that can go in the tubing. And so there's going to be 10 of those. You'll get 10 of those so that you can have up to 10 plants here. There's also 10 of these little spigots, really is what I'll show you how they work. And there's tons of the tubing. But for me, I didn't need to use that much. Oh, and there's also the little stakes that hold the little dropper in there. So I'll show you what I did. So basically it comes out of the pump and it comes around and it splits between these two. And then there's a split, it goes here and splits between these two. So it splits into this one, goes around here and splits so that it goes to these two. And it's just perfect. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when these little drippers are going. And oh my gosh, my orchids are so happy. Okay, I've got you zoomed into this one little end pot. And you can see the little dripper right there. Now I'm going to turn on the pump so that you can watch it. Now for these, what you can do is each one of these spigots can be set up for a different drip. You can turn this all the way up to just like a full flow. You see, I hope you guys can see that. You can see how it's literally just flowing right there. I'm going to move, oh, that is in your way. There you go. So you see how it's pouring out of there right there. I'll turn it up even a little bit more, which I could lift this out if you want to, but I don't want to have to do that. So that is a full flow, and then I can turn it down to dripping. I don't know if you can see that very well, or I can turn it down to very little dripping. Look at that. So I've just got a little bit of a drip all the way up to a full flow. See there? And I think that's wonderful because I could have a whole bunch of different plants on this system and I could adjust how the plants get watered from each one. Okay, I moved you over here so that you can see this a little bit better. And this is one of the other ones. So I'm just going to turn this little knob right here and you can see how it starts dripping a lot quicker. I think you can see that. See that? And now I can turn it so that it's literally going to be a full flow. See there? It can just be a solid flow if I want it to. See there? And that can just be adjusted. Each one of these can be adjusted individually, which I love. And then the coolest part of this whole thing is there is a LetPot app. I need to tell you about that. So there's a LetPot app that you can put on your phone, and it attaches, it will connect to the little pump with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and you can literally set this so that it is scheduled. I have mine scheduled every day to drip for 2 minutes. It'll just turn on for 2 minutes, and that seems to keep everybody happy. Now I could have several different types of plants, some that may require much heavier watering and some lighter, and I can just adjust those little drippers so that they answer that plant's needs. So I could have these dripping and I could have a higher need plant maybe turned up longer and schedule it to turn on every day or every 3 days or whatever for as long as you want. So I think this is absolutely perfect. I will give you a couple of little tips here, like on these little T connectors right here. These little T connectors, when you connect these things, be sure that these tubing is pushed way on there. Make sure it's on there, because if you don't, they could pop off. The first one I didn't have it pushed all the way on there and it popped off. And that's how I learned. But now I don't have any problems with it at all. I love it. It's working wonderfully. And I know that my orchids are so happy. And I feel great knowing that these can just be watered and I don't have to worry about them. And I'm just going to, this is a whole new leaf since I cut things back. That's a new leaf, and I'm super excited about my orchids. I love orchids. So there you have it, the automatic watering system from LetPot, and I want to say thank you for sending that to me to try it out because I'm super excited about it, and I know you guys will be too. And down in the description will be a link to this product and their website where you can find all kinds of other really cool things, and I'm excited about this. Do I love it? Yes. Would I buy one for when I need more? I will absolutely buy another one of these. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.